The next session is for our sisters who have children and expectant mothers. The Bible reading is from Exodus chapter 1. We'll be reading from verse 7 through to 13 and also verse 17. I'll be reading from the King James Version. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. I had omitted a particular or one or two particular verses there where it was talking about the Pharaoh giving an instruction for every male child that is born to be killed. Now, typically, we know that a male child connotes the transference of the family gene and the family name from one generation to the other. And in that time, the strength of a family, the strength of a clan is determined by how many sons are within that family. Now, Pharaoh, because he was threatened by the strength and the glory of the Israelites, he decided that he was going to terminate their glory before it comes into manifestation. One of the things that puzzled me here is that the Israelites were slaves. How can somebody be so oppressed? How can a boss be so oppressed by somebody who is working under them? These slaves belong to the Egyptian. So how come they were so threatened by it? But that is where wickedness works. That is how it thrives. You don't have enough, and yet somebody who has a lot more than you is oppressed by the little that you have. And that brings me to the question, what exactly saved the sons of Israel? The midwives reported that before they get there, the women gave birth. So it was not that the women or the Israelites or the Hebrew women, it was not that the midwives decided to lie about them to save the children. No. God gave the Hebrew women a supernatural speed that made them to deliver before the contracted destruction arrives at their door. So what that means is that there is always going to be wickedness around us, but the Lord can give us speed that would make us deliver and get to our expected end before they that are meant to destroy us can reach us. So the prayer points that we're going to take under that section, I think there's about 4 or 5 of them. We're going to pray and say, Lord, this year, 2016, I stand upon my place as a mother and declare that my children will not be open to affliction in the name of Jesus. The second prayer point, Lord, success attracts enemies. As my children make progress this year, I fortify them on all sides. They shall not be open to the enemy for destruction in the name of Jesus. The third prayer point under this section says, the new generation of the Israelites were saved, not because the midwives lied, but because the Israelite women, the Hebrew women, gave birth before help arrived. Lord, in 2016, I receive the enablement to produce rapid but quality results in the name of Jesus. The next prayer point. Lord, it is normal for a birth to be attended by midwives. The Hebrew women were allocated women who had been pre-advised to terminate their joy. Lord, before every contracted and prearranged destruction arrives at my door,